life was pretty good for me. So I had a good job, I had some great friends, I was a part of a wonderful church, and then I got my hands on this book called Nevertheless, written by John Kirkby, who started Christians Against Poverty in the UK. This book was about John's life and a full-on faith story really of how God had got his attention and transformed his life, but then also how he'd gone and built this thing called Christians Against Poverty out of that. And so reflecting on my own life, I kind of saw that, oh my word, I see small bits of complacency in my life that sees me not necessarily going into that vibrant life and down that vibrant path that I always wanted to. I realised that if I didn't have to trust in God, then it was going to be much harder to trust in God. So jumping into a full-time job at Christians Against Poverty where salary wasn't guaranteed, it was a huge faith step and in many ways did not make sense. My boss at the time basically told me, "Are you stupid?" My dad, he was like, "Oh, is this a good idea?" But certainly saw that it married up with that compassion that God had put in my heart to love and care for people. So I've been working with CAP for 10 years now. When I started at CAP, it was just 1 year old and I was the 5th staff member. So we've now got 46 staff here at head office. And we are partnered with over 150 churches around the country. So Christians Against Poverty works in partnership with local churches around New Zealand, helping the poor in Aotearoa. Our flagship is debt counselling, helping people who are trapped in the suffocating darkness of poverty and unmanageable debt. One family we've helped is Kath and Malo, and so they came to us in huge debt. One of their daughters used to run away and hide when Kath got home. She called her Dragon Mum, and now her daughter runs to the door when she gets home. Their debt is paid off, they're debt free, and each of their kids, whatever they earn, they save 50% of what they earn now. One that I'll always remember from my the earlier years here at CAP was a single dad named Alpesh. His marriage had fallen apart. He had a couple of kids that he had to look after on his own. But again, he got this help from the local church. And now his life, he's debt free, he's got his own business now, and by all means his life seems to be flourishing. Myself and my whole team here, we're all inspired by Jesus and how he lived, and we want to live like that. But there's a cost. So, we could all probably get jobs elsewhere that would pay more, but I think that it pales in significance to the beauty of the lives that we get to see transformed, and that's what we're driven by. And it is a compassion that comes from God. We walk alongside people who are living tough lives, and so if we are truly living with compassion, then we feel that, and that's the reality. I'd encourage anyone to live a life that cares for others, to live a life that helps others. I know that through seeing people's dignity restored through the work that we've done, it's a beautiful and treasured thing, and everybody has that dignity. And I think those that need help can't see that dignity for themselves sometimes, and you have to dig a bit deeper to find it. But I am just the same as any of the clients we help. I'm a person made in the image of God that deserves, and I think requires, the same dignity in life. It's a lot of time, energy, passion that we put into this, but the cost is absolutely worth it because we get to see beautiful transformations in people's lives where they get to too live a vibrant life.